keeping the kids up and ready to play their best game.
And secondly, Cardinals need to come out with that intensity and match it as Mount Vernon will bring. They got the bullseye on the back, but they also need to defensively key on sophomore Keaton Kutcher, who averages about 21 points a game, but actually we held them at home to 12 points.
Yeah, we did a
3-point field goal as well.
We did a nice job on it, and they didn't really, they scored 44 points against us that night, but didn't come up with a lot of other offense besides him, I didn't feel. So yeah, I think a big key to the game is going to be, always knowing where he's at and how to shut him down.
Well, that's our keys to the game, just brought to you by Brad Deary Motors in Maquoketa. We'll get set for the tip-off after this message from Brad Deary Motors.
Tonight's officials are Shane McMurray, Ryan Hoff, and Tim Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen,
you're going to have to run an extra one after that ad, Brett, because they're going to do the national anthem right now. Well, it went quicker than I thought, so maybe you won't have to. Do you want to? Yeah, there's a headset in there. We want to grab it in the main part. What's that? We're good? Good. All right. And we're getting ready to set for the tip here in Mount Vernon. And I'm actually going to have a special surprise here as Maquoketa girls coach James Depke is going to join us here for at least the first half. Might have to sit behind us though, but.
That's all right.
Are you able to hear us, Coach?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Not yet. I got to turn you up. How's that?
That'll work.
All right. Well, the Cardinals won the tip. Caden Atienza got a shot down low and go hard off the glass. Rebounded by Mount Vernon. I didn't see who got that rebound. Did you, Chad?
I didn't. Sorry. I was
so I just picked one.
adjusting things here.
Pick one. It's a team rebound from Mount Vernon.
Mustangs being methodical here in their offense. A lot of passing. Work it inside. Get a shot up by junior Nolan Brand. It's no good. Rebounded by Caden Atienza. Cardinals will set up the other way. You might have to hold your head, your mouthpiece a little closer.
Is that better?
That's perfect.
Caden Atienza on the rebound of A.J. Becker miss.
Atienza with a little 15-foot on baseline. It rims in and out. Rebounded by Noah Erickson. So far scoreless. Just a little over a minute gone by. First quarter here for Mount Vernon. Erickson over in the left side corner.
I'm trying to think. The first time we played them, they played a little bit of stall offense like this too. I think they did.
Yeah, they did. That's why they kept the score low too. And they're going to get an open three-pointer by
Kutcher.
It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Atienza. And we're going to have a foul called as Connor Becker tried to drive the baseline. And while we got a quick moment, let's welcome in Coach James Depke and Glad you could join us and offer an actual coaching insight. Oh, nice inbound play. Kane Top lays it up and in. That'll give the Cardinals a 2-0 lead. Down low. Caden Etienne's is going to save it off a steal. Cardinals come back the other way quickly. A.J. Becker going to take it right down the lane, up and in for the layup.
Yeah, Mallard will take a quick timeout here.
Vernon will take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll send it back to the studio for a quick commercial break. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Just one. Did you guys take separate bus up here? Back here in Mount Vernon is Mount Vernon inbound the ball, and Noah Jackson drove hard to the hoop. Got fouled by Caden Atienza, and Jackson will be at the line shooting 2. Knocks down the first. So Coach, what are you seeing so far out there as far as intensity? Kind of amped up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a definitely a loud environment for a Tuesday night, which is always good to play in. Both sides playing very good in your ball or in your face ball pressure, man-to-man defense.
Misses a second free throw, is rebounded by A.J. Becker. Cardinals now on the offensive end. Kane Kopp finds Connor Becker across the court, knocks down the open 3. Well, I think the 3-game lag from last week's over. Chad, what about you?
Yeah, I think so too.
Kutcher with the miss from 3, Caden with the rebound.
Our defense forcing some tough shots. They're not getting any clear looks.
Connor Becker on the drive, going to get called for traveling.
Hey, you all right, kid? We're not only getting tough looks, but controlling the backboard. We're getting one shot and nothing, and we're turning it around in transition, forcing them to get back.
It's something that they've really gotten better as every game has gone by, that the rebounding has gotten really physical.
Yes, they've done a good job over the course of the year, getting physical, getting into people, controlling the backboards.
Kuchar drives to his left, gets up a 2-point shot. He's 0 for 3. Rebounded by Kane Kopp. Down low, Nathan Waters posted up, gets the basket and the foul. Trying to see who the foul is on. It's going to be on Nolan Brand, as he was way out of position down there.
Well, and that's what makes Becker so tough as a matchup. He comes down, and you got to pick him up as soon as he crosses that court, and then he makes a tremendous pass to the kid wide open underneath for layup. He's great team basketball, and that's why, Maquoketa is #1. I mean, they play team ball when they need to.
So Nathan at the line, trying to finish off the traditional 3-point play. It's going to roll off the rim, no good. Noah Guillaume was just checked in for the Mustangs with the rebound. Mustangs will run the left wing. Kutcher gets double teamed, drops it underneath to Brand. Up and no good. Rebounded and brought away by Alinger. AJ finds cross court, wide open Kane Kopp, getting short. Kane's get the long rebound, comes right back out to him. And Macklin Shanahan right down the lane, stop, puts it up and in, and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a 3-point opportunity. Nolan Brand will pick up the personal, or no, I'm sorry, that's on number 10.
Butterball.
Butterball. Free throw is no good. Kutcher will just come down, chuck up a 3. It's going to be a long rebound. Nobody touched it. Go out of bounds. Back to the Cardinals.
You can already tell that Maquoketa is frustrated. Mount Vernon's offense.
Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah.
That's a prime example. You come down, not even make a pass, and chuck a 23-foot jump shot. Our defense has been outstanding.
A.J. Becker now at the top of the key. Gets over to Kane Kopp on the left wing. That's going to be short again. This time it's going to be rebounded by Butterball. So far, Kane 0 for 2 behind the arc, and they both hit the rim at the same spot. Guillaume underneath. And going to get bailed out with a foul call. Looks like it's probably going to be on Nathan Waters.
It's on Macklin, isn't it?
No, it'll be going to be on Macklin. So Cardinals' first team foul.
I think it wasn't the initial, it was the follow-through. They got him.
Well, it looked like Guillaume was going to lose the ball when he went up for it.
Yeah.
Guillaume will drop the first free throw. And second's also good. That'll make it 11-3 in favor of top-ranked Maquoketa with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Kane Kopp now on the right baseline. Gets it back out top to Shanahan. Nathan Waters coming to set a pick. Said he swings over to A.J. Becker on the left wing, and Noah Jackson stepped in front and tipped it out of bounds. Cardinals will retain possession and throw it in on the far side. Kane Kopp now, he's being guarded out at half court because he's within range once he's in past half court. Ball's tipped again out of bounds. Cardinals inbound again.
Well, Vernon's picked up their defensive pressure further away from the basket. It should open up some back cuts for us.
Kane Kopp comes off the screen down low from the right wing. It rolls around the rim but doesn't go down. So Kane off to an 0 for 3 night from behind the arc.
How tall is Guillaume? I don't see it in their form here. Do you remember?
They don't even have it on anywhere. He's probably about, what, 6'6", 6'5"?
He's at least 6'6".
Well, he missed the shot. Now Macklin's going to get the rebound.
He's a good 2 inches taller than Caden, and Caden's 6'4", 6'5", so he's always 6'6", 6'7".
Long arms, too.
He's got a lot more bulk on him, too. So.
Oh, yeah.
AJ from about 24, no good. Rebounded by number 24, Derek Jordan. Left wing, Bluth with the three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jackson, and the Mustangs will reset. Now driving the step on the baseline.
Yeah.
Got blocked out by one of those men in stripes.
Yeah, he tried to go down the left baseline, and they walled up very good, and he ended up stepping on bounds.
Sitting courtside here tonight in Mount Vernon. It's been a while since we've been courtside, hasn't it, Chad?
Yeah, it's been since the first game of the year, isn't it?
Well, for you, yes, with Vinton.
Oh, yeah.
I sat courtside for the girls' game at Marion.
It's always about you.
It is about me.
It's
about me and Coach Depke right now.
It's always about Dale.
AJ from the left corner buries the 3. Off the assist from Connor. We'll make it 14-3 Cardinals. A minute 32 left until the end of the first quarter. Ball's going to be deflected and go out of bounds as Macklin got a paw on it. Mustangs to inbound right in front of us. Booth throws it all the way across court to Kutcher, then kicks it quickly back out to Jackson. Over to Brand on the right wing, back to Kutcher on the left. Shanahan gets his hand in there, is able to strip it away. And if AJ tried to take off down court, he's going to draw the foul on Blake Booth of the Mustangs.
The impressive thing I've noticed is that how much bigger Mount Vernon is on the inside, especially 33, but our ball pressure is not even allowing the wings to even get a chance to look at it.
Cardinals now set up their offensive set. A.J. Becker stops, pops. Short on the 3. Guillaume reaches up over everybody and just one-hands the rebound.
He's tough to defend down there.
Kutcher going to drive the lane hard.
Yeah,
just throw up a prayer.
He's forcing.
Caden Atienza with another rebound, his 4th so far. Kopp almost has it taken away by Kutcher, but able to retain. Caden Atienza now on the right baseline, driving against Guillaume. Gets double team on the help side, weak defense. Kicks it back out to Connor Becker in the right corner, and Connor just calmly knocks down the 3. Well, that's what we said all year at this boys team. It's like pick your poison. How do you want to suffer tonight?
Well, the impressive part is one end it's one team's in a very offensive ball sharing mode, and the other end everything is very, very difficult. Every shot Mount Vernon takes is contested.
Kutcher misses a 3, an offensive rebound, and a last-second 3 is no good by Noah Jackson to end the first quarter. Cardinals leading 17-3 here in Mount Vernon. We'll send back to the studio for a commercial break. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ.
They didn't have a field goal.
Stu one. I gotta be really conscientious about these commercials with what I'm doing here, so didn't mean to cut you off there.
I know.
You're used to it.
You don't want to hear my insight.
You're used to it.
Listeners are on the edge of their seats waiting to hear what I had to say.
And back here in Mount Vernon, where the Cardinals lead 17-3 at the end of the first quarter. And don't worry, Chad's just giving me a hard time if you caught any of that.
Anyway, what I was trying to say going into break is that Mount Vernon didn't have a field goal in the first quarter. Their 3 points all came on free throws.
Yep, they're 3 for 4 from the line and 0 for 8 from the field.
So that'd be 0%.
That's right.
That's good math.
Your share of 0% is 0%. Kutcher now on the left wing. Drop it down to Brand. Brand's going to try a little jump hook. It's going to come up way short. Caden at the end gets the 5th rebound.
Just can't play half-court defense much better than that. You wall up and force him into a tough shot.
AJ at the top of the key, behind the back dribble, down the lane, off the glass, no good. Caden Atienza in amongst 3 other Mustangs and gets the rebound, goes back up, and is going to draw the foul. Fouls on Blake Booth for the Mustangs, his 2nd, be the team 5th in the half. Atienza misses the first of 2.
You don't see this very often in the high school game, but Mount Vernon's got more team fouls than they've got points right now. 5 fouls and 3 points.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that too often at this level.
On the boys' side.
And Kutcher with the floater, no good, but he's going to get Macklin for his 2nd personal foul.
The only thing that scares me is that Kutcher kid, when he gets hot, and you know how shooters go.
Yep.
He can rattle off 18 points in a hurry.
He'll go to the line, and sometimes you don't want to put a shooter like that that's struggling at the line either to get some looks at the ball going through the net.
Right,
either.
yeah. No, let's try not to foul him again. Could you tell Matt?
No,
hey, he's right here.
Matt's got it all under control.
He's
he
not
knows
listening
what he's
to us for some reason.
Clayton Wydell checks into the game.
That's Coach Hartman, by the way.
Kutcher nails the 2nd on the free throw. Connor now almost at half court in the corner. Drives to the left, stops. As he saw big number 33 come up to help out in defense. Kicks it back out. AJ comes off the screen. Now he's going to start his dribble. Step back, 3, in and out as it rimmed around and gets rebounded by Brand. And they'll come back the other way for the Mustangs. Little floater in the lane by Noah Jackson drops down for their first field goal. That's a Chad jinx.
I thought we were going to go the whole game.
Makes it 18-7. AJ off the screen. No good.
I thought I saw a foul on the hand there.
Atienza went up for the rebound. Had a Mustang on his back.
Oh, they called him. They called
they're calling. Oh, he had inside position.
That's his second. I thought, well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, no one behind us likes it.
I think he called a push beforehand. Before the contact we saw, I think he's telling Coach Hartman right now, he pushed the other guy out of the way, although the other guy was coming around.
I'm not convinced on that one. Let's put it that way.
Well, aren't you allowed to get position?
Yeah. You're allowed to fight for the spot.
Yeah, the Mustangs on offense, and Noah Jackson lost a little bit of control of the dribble, but was able to grab it and stop immediately. Kutcher now, top of the key, 1 against 3. He has to kick it out. Kutcher now on a little pick and roll around the perimeter. He's going to drop it down to Guillaume, kicks it right back out to Jordan. Cardinal, no matter where Mustang is, there's a Cardinal in their face right now. Pick and pop on Guillaume, drives the lane. Connor Becker gets a hand in there and knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay Mustangs ball, though, unbound underneath their own hoop. Inbound play goes into Jackson. He takes it up and puts it in the hoop, and he's got 2 field goals, and it's 18-9 now. Still in favor of Maquoketa with 5:34 left until half.
I'd like to see them get something a little more going towards the basket.
AJ down low, finds Clayton Lydell across the lane.
Call him travel.
Call travel, wipe off the basket. They look pretty, though.
Clayton got a little excited.
Little bunny hop.
Yep.
Kutcher now. He's over to Booth on the left wing. Got Kane on defense in front of him. Connor has got the assignment on Kutcher right now, and Guillaume with an offensive rebound off to Jackson. Yes, sticks it back in. Mustangs showing some life here as they've cut the deficit down to 7.
Yeah, it seems like, the way the score was, it seemed like we were up by so much, and 7-point game seems close now. Mentally for me, anyway.
Connor loses the ball. There's a scrum between Lydell, Guillaume, and another Mustang down there. The ball is going to be ruled out of bounds. Stay with Maquoketa.
Yeah, they're saying Guillaume was out of bounds touching it.
There's Colby Volsky down there. They're checked in. Cardinals inbounding their own baseline. AJ comes clear, pump fakes. Now going to take to the left, down the lane, up and in, and draw the foul. Go line for traditional 3-point play.
Great ball fake, allowed him to get past the guy, and by the time the help defense got over there, it was too little too late.
So AJ to the line. He's got 7 points so far on the evening of the Cardinals' 20. 90% free throw shooter, knocks it down. They'll make it 21-11, pull the lead back to double digits. Kutcher now gets picked up by Connor as drives. He loses control of the ball, doesn't touch anybody. He went right through the lane, and it'll be out of bounds to the Cardinals. Mustangs will call timeout with 4:29 to go until half. 21-11, the score in favor of Maquoketa. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Just as soon as you can get it back now. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay. Bingo. Connor's hot tonight.
I think he was last time against Mount Vernon also.
And back here at Mount Vernon, and play had resumed. Connor Becker hit his third three-pointer of the game. He's 3 for 3 behind the arc. Mustangs with the ball. Working it around on their offense. Alinger ties it up. We're going to get a jump ball call. Possession arrow goes to Maquoketa. There'll be a turnover on Mustangs. Cop and take a break. Macklin comes back in. Cardinals to inbound. Macklin will set up the offense. Macklin on the right wing. AJ off the screen. Twirls. Finds Connor wide open. Can he go 4 for 4? No, rattles out. Brand with the rebound. Caleb Brand is checked in for the Mustangs.
Kutcher's been sitting a lot tonight.
Well, he's been, like you said, I think he was pressing quite a bit. He's trying to take it all on his shoulders. Sometimes you got to sit somebody down and take a look at what's going on out there, right, Coach?
Yep.
Jordan with the wide open look from 3 off the dish from Blake Booth, knocks it down. Makes it 24-14. Cardinals on top. AJ drives, kicks in the corner to Alinger across court, knocks it down.
And the answer.
Caleb Brand gets it over to Booth. Back on top, Erickson at top of the key with AJ guarding him. Stops, misses. Ball's loose, rebound picked up by Alinger. He'll pull up, Macklin dumps it down into Nathan. Gonna have a foul call on the floor.
On the line for 1-1.
Be on Nolan Brand. Be team foul number 7, right? Yep, we'll go to the line, shoot 1-1. Will Macklin Shanahan. Or Nathan Waters, sorry. Well, I definitely think Mount Vernon has played a lot more extra guys than they did in that first game against us.
I agree.
They've been playing a lot of youngsters too. Waters knocks down the first free throw.
Well, I think some of that has to do with they just were so discombobulated with our defense in the first quarter. They were trying to find a lineup that would get anything to go, even get a shot to go in.
Waters knocks them both down. Now with Kane with the full court Kane defense. They are able to get it into Jordan. Now Kutcher's in the left corner. Alinger steals the ball as Booth is looking the other way. AJ down the line. Dipsy-do with the left and in. (31-14) now, minute 30 to go until half. Jordan down low to Booth. Erickson's going to drive, kick it in the corner to Kutcher for 3, in and out. Guillaume goes right over Nathan Waters with about a foot difference. Turn around, no good. AJ right there for the defensive rebound. Kopp, back to AJ. Aylinger's got a look, dribbles down, takes a little short jumper, and it's going to go off, out of bounds, off of the Mustangs, Noah Jackson. Cardinals will retain possession.
The difference right now is Maquoketa's getting layups and wide open threes whenever they want, and no matter whatever Mount Vernon puts up, it is contested with at least one, if not two hands in their face.
Off the inbound play, AJ off the screen, no good from 3, rebounded by Guillaume. Aylinger with yet another steal as all he's doing is just jumping in the passing lane.
Yeah, that's not good offense by Mount Vernon at all.
Cardinals with 26 seconds. They're going to run their Louisville play. Do the pop and weave. AJ will get a breather so he can come out off the screen and get the hands on the ball and get a look. Now he comes in down on the lane, gets the ball from Macklin, that rolls right around the rim and out. Guillaume with the rebound, 3 seconds. Kutcher's going to get a shot off of 3, no good. So Kutcher will end the half leading scorer 20 points a game with 2 points. That's 2 from the free throw line.
What's he averaging?
20.2.
20.1.
We'll send it back studio for station break. We'll come back. We'll talk to maybe Coach Depke about the girls' game coming up for a few minutes before he needs to go take care of his business.
All right.
You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ.
Seth Wink's here. We can interview with him.
Yep. No, I don't. I didn't even hook it in tonight. That's just coming through our headset microphones. Well, I don't know what I can do about that. Do 3.
Let's go.
I don't want to embarrass people out here by just sinking down the first attempt. Hey, we're back here in Mount Vernon, and before Coach Depke has to go to the locker room, get his girls prepared to play. It's kind of odd watching the boys play first and knowing there's a girls game coming next to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it is a bit backwards. The cool part is that when the girls coach proposed it, he wanted to make sure they're kind of going through what we're going through. That they got a good boys team that's fun to watch, but they got a very solid girls team, and fan support's been not necessarily waning, but significantly less for the girls. So they thought, let's try this, and we've got definitely a much more full and loud gym with a full pep band, so it's a good environment. It'll be fun.
So what are you looking for tonight?
W.
Well, that's what we're here for, but what's the mood on the bus on the way here? The girls in good spirits? We're ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready to roll. We got to make sure we play defense better than we did the first time. We've got to make sure that we run better offense, and I think with some of the adjustments that we made, over the past week, etc. That will help the ball move. Mount Vernon is tremendous defensively. They're probably one of the best defensive teams we will face. But unlike Marion and CPU on the offensive end, they struggle. So it's just a matter of we've got to make sure we identify girls, box out, take care of the boards. And if we can get into transition and get easy baskets, it's going to make it a good opportunity for us to get a W tonight.
You going to see some full court pressing tonight?
Initially, no. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and take care of we're really going to focus. We didn't do a good job on Saturday boxing out. We're really going to focus on playing half-court defense, make them have to beat us in the half-court set, make them run their offense, as opposed to trying to turn them over, get them to play faster, but in the same aspect, give the girls an opportunity to make a layup and get some confidence. I'd rather see them have to shoot against a hand in their face, and we control the rebound, and if we can get up and run and take advantage of it, that'd be great.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate that.
Thanks for the
I've been
invite.
trying to get you on here to do this for how long now?
I know, it's, it was fun. It's enjoyable being the third guy, but I definitely would much rather coach than do this. I can deal with the stress better that way.
There you go. We'll behave tonight on that sideline.
I will. I'll try.
Because I'll be right here and I'll have to hear it.
Okay. Well, I'll try and be politically correct.
Just go way down there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach
thanks a lot,
Depke.
guys. Appreciate all you do.
Coach Depke will take a station break, come right back, and talk about some other things from the first half, what to look for the second half, and also something we got planned special in between games tonight. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Do 3 again. And then how many would that put us at? What's that? We have to do how many? Okay. So there, by my count, we should be down to 4 more. Oh, okay. 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 Well, we're in good shape then. Were you playing Candy Crush the whole time?
Yeah, I thought Depke was going to join us. Hello?
What's that, Brett? What'd you just say about basketball and football? Oh, that happens. They're all played with a ball, right? It happens. I got football on the brain because of the deal I'm doing, so.
Deal you know.
I'm an old guy. Back here in Mount Vernon, and quite the defensive effort there by the Cardinals in that first half there, Chad, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of in their face all night. Mount Vernon has not got a lot of clean looks. Every shot's been contested, and Keaton Kutcher, did he have a basket?
No, he just had the 2 free throws for 2 points so far in the first half.
So that's, I'd say, job well done defensively. Then if you can hold him to no field goals, and you held them to 14 points as a team, that's a very good first half of basketball. And offensively, we've been able to do some nice things. So overall, I think good job by the Cardinals offensively and defensively. We've had a few different guys score.
Well, hopefully more of the same in the second half, as the Cardinals have a 31-14 lead here at halftime. And in between, as soon as this game goes final, we did lose a very popular person in our community this week, and someone very close to the KMAQ community, and Leighton Hefker passed away on Friday. And as a tribute to him, I wanted to run this last coaches show that he ever did. And it just so happened to be after the Cardinals had broke a 17-game losing streak, 18-game losing streak. Was his last show that week after that game, and it was such an honor just to be able to do those shows with him, because growing up, I know I used to listen to him quite frequently, and it was just so surreal to be a part of that, and I couldn't think of any better way to honor a true hero in my book than to replay that last coaches show commercial uninterrupted during the mid-game break. So stay tuned for that coming up. We'll have that as soon as the boys' game ends. So we're going to get ready to start the second half. Here, Cardinals are already on the floor, waiting on Mount Vernon to break the huddle. And it looks like the same starting fives that started the game, with Kopp, Atienza, Becker, A.J. Becker, back with Shanahan and Connor Becker on the floor for the Cardinals. Derek Jordan, Kutcher, Brand, Booth, and Erickson for the Mustangs. Kutcher right off top of the key, just inside the arc, misses it on the back rim. Mustangs get the offensive rebound, and Kane Kopp is going to get called for a foul as he kind of fell into the...
I think he had the ball initially. It just got a little of the arm as he slid off a little bit.
Booth now gives it off to Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan throws it to the corner where Kutcher was. Kutcher cut to the basket, and the ball will go out of bounds to the Cardinals.
Go, take care of it now.
Connor Becker now on the left wing, or to A.J. Becker on the right wing. Hands it off to Kane Kopp. Back to A.J. Slide over the cross court to Connor. Macklin Shanahan drives hard to the hoop. It's too hard off the glass. Connor Becker offensive rebound, throws it up. He's going to go to the foul line, shoot two, as he was hacked on the way up with the shot. That's going to go on Blake Booth. I think that's going to be his third. Yep, that would be his third.
Yeah, it is.
Connor knocks down the first free throw. Connor led the Cardinals in scoring in the first half with 12 on 4 3-pointers.
He had 4?
Well, you know what? I think I mismarked one here. He had 3, my bad. So he had 9. So AJ did lead the Cardinals with 10.
Travel here on the rebound.
This is the second rebound by the Mustangs, and immediately called for traveling. Cardinals inbound. AJ gets over to Connor. Now we're Macklin on the left wing. Guillaume back in for the Mustangs. Kane takes it right at him down the lane as Atienza cleared out. And Guillaume's going to get called for the foul as Kane tried to throw it off the glass. So Kane will go to the line to shoot 2. First trip tonight for the line for him.
Yeah, he must be 6'7". He's Tall kid. Again.
King misses the first.
Some more traditional gym here. No stands on the ends.
Yeah, this is what you call a high school gym.
Yep.
Maquoketa's more of an arena type.
Yeah. Really like our gym. And
Jordan now has it on the left arc for the Mustangs. Tries to get into Brand. He's double teamed by 2 Cardinals, and Cardinals come away with it. Kopp will get an easy breakout layup on the other end. And Cardinals will extend their lead to 19 with 35, or 21 with 35-14 lead over Mount Vernon. Erickson now being guarded by A.J. Becker, gives it up to Brand. Kicks it on the right corner to Jordan. Gives it back to Brand. Erickson clears top of the key. Tries to dump it down to Guillaume. Gets it over to him, and they have a foul called. Guillaume will get the basket. He'll go to the line. King Kopp from behind hacked him.
a couple of players from Mount Vernon don't look to shoot at all. They don't look at the hoop. They're looking to pass.
Kopp will head to the Cardinal bench. The second foul. Ehlinger replaces him. Guillaume will drop the free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Shanahan set the offense. Fakes giving it off. Takes it hard to the hoop and has an easy layup as he split 2 Mustangs. Kutcher now drives hard to his left. Gets double teamed. Has to kick it out. Butterball back in the game. Brand tries to drop down into Guillaume, and Caden Atienza swipes it away, heads back the other way for the Cardinals. Connor Becker drives the lane, and not sure who he was trying to throw it to, but it went out of bounds, and Mustangs will take back possession. I keep getting blocked out by this official over here all the time, and it gets my view going. So Mustangs with Butterball at the point. Erickson, pick and roll with Guillaume. They're going to call him for the travel. Aiden Nosek comes in for the Mustangs for the first time, and that's the 11th player to check in for the Mustangs tonight. They're throwing everybody but the kitchen sink so far here.
Yeah.
Trying to find an answer.
He played quite a bit in the sophomore game.
Shanahan sets the offense for the Cardinals. They're going to work it around a little bit. AJ's in the far right corner. Works on Erickson. Baseline pass to Atienza. Has a wide open 15-footer. It's no good. Rebounded by Shanahan. Connor misses the chippy. Gets the offensive rebound back. Puts it up back and in.
Well, there he is. Kutcher hit a 3.
Kutcher hit the first 3 of the game for him. Makes the score 39-20. Makes him 1 for 6 on the night. Shanahan drops it down to Ehlinger. They have a foul call, it looks like.
Yeah. 10, I think.
Yep, it's on Cam Butterball of the Mustangs. Cardinals will inbound on their own baseline. And just lob into AJ as the defense was sleeping, and AJ gets the easy 2 off the assist from Macklin. Kutcher now takes the ball from Butterball. He's got Connor Becker guarding him. Has to pick up his dribble almost a half court. Nosek gives it over to Erickson. He just tries to plow his way into 3 Cardinals. And they're going to call Caden Atienza with a blocking foul.
His 3rd.
I think it's his 2nd. Yeah, it is his 3rd. Erickson at the line. Knocks down the first free throw. Nathan Waters will check in for Atienza. He'll check out with those 3 personals. With 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cardinals leading 41-21. And Erickson at the line for a second free throw. And he goes in and out. Rebounded by Shanahan. Connor Becker in the left wing. Double team comes, kicks it back out. Shannon work it around to the corner to A.J. Becker. Knocks one down from 3 on the right corner.
Just relentless. We're just relentless with the threes.
Kutcher now gives it to Cutting Erickson.
Travel. Should have been a threat. Now they got it.
Erickson drugged one of his feet, and they're going to call him for a traveling call.
Second screen.
It's 10 turnovers for the Mustangs. Cardinals have 5 turnovers. It's 44-21, 3:25 to go in the third. Shanahan on the right wing. AJ comes wide open for a 24-footer. No good, it's short. Rebounded by Butterball. Colby Volsky's checked in for the Mustangs. Gets over to Nosek. Macklin denies it. Volsek with the rebound. Kutcher is going to get a look at a 3. No good. Volsek with another rebound. Or Nosek, I should say. So Aiden Nosek will go to the free throw line. Fouls on Nathan Waters, his first. Caden Kopp will re-enter along with Blake Booth for the Mustangs. Connor Becker will take a seat. Kutcher will head to the sideline as well. And second free throw rattles in and out.
Who'd they say that was out on?
And say it was off Cardinals. Mustangs will inbounds. The ball went out of bounds, and 12th player for the Mustangs has entered the game. And Jack Kragenbrink. Butterball off the curl. In the lane, gets it to drop.
I have 2 number 13s on my roster.
I do too. You got a Keegan Neville and a Jack Kragenbrink. I think that is Kragenbrink. Shanahan behind the back. Defender falls down. Gets it over to Ehlinger in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Volsky. Volsky with the ball, tries to get it over to Kragenbrink. Goes wide, but fortunately Nosek was there. Volsky with Ehlinger on defense. Gives it off to Butterball in the right wing with Kane Kopp right in front of him. Now the double team in the corner on Butterball. Nathan slides away. Mustangs reverse it to the left side of the court. And Booth with the miss as he tried to circumvent the lane. A.J. Becker with the rebound. Ehlinger. As Butterball came up from behind him, and they're going to call a foul on Mount Vernon, it looks like, beyond Butterball. And with 1:32 left in the third, Maquoketa with a 20-point lead, 44-24. Coach Hartman of the Cardinals will call a timeout. We'll send it back to studio for a commercial break. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Just one. Huh? Did you catch that? I like to have fun, you know. I like to have fun, you know. Yep. I edited my own version. We'll be fine. Just the one. Oh, I got it!
Kate Atenza with a dunk.
And we're back at Mount Vernon as the crowd behind me is kind of excited. We just missed the first play out of the timeout, and it was a lob play from Macklin Shanahan to Caden Atienza, who threw it down for his first dunk on the varsity team, and all of a sudden there's energy behind us again, isn't there, Chad?
Yeah, there is. Crowd loved that.
Mustangs with the balls. Macklin Shanahan just hit another jumper, and it's 49-27 now. Cardinals. Erickson in the lane, the left hand, gets around Atienza and throws it up and in. And with 25 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter, Hartman calls out one shot, so the Cardinals go into their Louisville delay with the pop and weave. And the Mustangs are going to commit a foul as A.J. Becker got the ball. It's going to be on Blake Booth, and I think that's going to be his fourth. Oh, he gave it to Erickson as third instead. Shanahan now at the top of the key, hands it off to Einlinger. Butterball tries for the steal. He's going to get called for a foul instead. Cardinals inbound underneath their own hoop. Atienza has the ball around his ankles, and Nolan Brand was there to take it away. They hand it off to Kutcher and a call for traveling. A little bit of ragged here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, got a little crazy there. Macklin hit the backboard trying to inbound it.
Hit the back extension, and so it's going to turn it back over to the Mustangs. And that'll drain the clock at the end of the third. We'll send it back to the studio for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. How many we got left? One or two? All right, let's do the one. We are 49-29. What's that? Yeah, back here at Mount Vernon, getting ready to start the fourth quarter in the boys' game. The first of two here tonight as the girls will take to the stage once the boys are done. Cardinals leading 49-29. Mount Vernon comes out and slaps the floor with all five of them at the same time. Vernon must learn that from Coach K.
They've been doing that defensively.
And we had a clock malfunction. And it's still running.
Clock wasn't run.
That's probably about right. About 7 seconds. So they're just going to redo it and put it back to 8 and play again. Cardinals inbound at half court, across away from us. So that 7 seconds in our life, Chad, never happened. That's what we're going to go with.
I feel like that TV show.
Shanahan's are trying to trap at the top of the key. Cross the court to King Kopp. It's going to be way short. And two players get tangled up underneath, Shanahan and Brand. And we're going to have a foul call. Looks like it's going to be on Shanahan. Be his 3. Kane Kopp's going to stay back in the front court and play the Kane Kopp full court defense. Booth comes back to help out, but Butterball does able to get a jag step and get it in. Erickson now takes on the left wing, drives hard to the left and off the glass and in. He's had quite a few of those little driving hard layups.
He's done a nice job.
He's really carried the team offensively. Atienza down low off the feet from Kane Kopp. It just rattles out. Kutcher with the rebound. Erickson out top of key with AJ on him. Working the corner to Brand, out of Butterball. Butterball will come dribble it back out to the top. Kutcher comes free to the top of the key and knocks down the 3, second of the game.
How many points does he have? 9?
8. 2 3-pointers and 2 free throws. Alinger with nobody on, didn't realize it.
Didn't realize nobody was behind him.
Could have had an easy layup, but
he almost had me question if we were on defense or offense.
I think he was questioning that too. Kane Kopp, who misses again. Butterball with the rebound. It's 49-34. Butterball's going to get a look at 3. Atienza goes up with Brand. They're going to call Brand over the back. And then that's going to be his 4th. Shanahan and Nathan Waters will check in. Waters will have to wait because Atienza is going to go to the line and shoot free throws. That's a 17 foul, so the Cardinals will be in the bonus the rest of the way. You know, sitting here next to the bench, Chad, you look over and Chance is sitting right to our left, and I hope nobody comes flying at him with that pencil because it's sharpened, sticking out above his head. That could be a dangerous weapon by looking at it.
That's not. Yeah, Chance is gonna move that.
Atienza misses the free throw, rebounded by Brand. Erickson on the right wing. Kicks it down the corner for the 13th player off the bench for the Mustangs now. Kutcher is going to get called for traveling. And Chad, do you even have a 54 on your score sheet over there? Because I got no 54 on mine.
No, I do not.
So we got an unknown player on the Mustang bench.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
It's the player to be named later.
Just call him the 12th man.
That's right. Wow, 13 man, I think is what.
Oh, 13th man. Yeah.
That's a lot of players.
That is a lot of players.
AJ, Cardinals looking to weave it around the arc. Erickson now picks up AJ on the left wing. Waters kind of got in the way. AJ tried to dump it off, and it's stolen by Erickson.
Mahoney missed the layup.
Missed the layup as him and Waters were just jawing elbows all the way down the court. No foul call. And going to have a timeout. Mount Vernon, 5:21 left to go in the game. Maquoketa leading 49-34. We'll send it back for the station break. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. We'll do one. Yep. And Kane hasn't even been close in those last 2.
Does he have any points?
He's got 5.
Kane does?
Yeah. 1 free throw, 2 2-point field goals. What's that? It is. That's good. And back here at Mount Vernon, Cardinals to inbound the ball. Shanahan will bring it up the court. 15-point Cardinal lead, 5:14 to go. Shanahan cross court to King Kopp on the left wing. Gonna dump in the corner to Connor Becker, who's running the baseline. And Kane's gonna kick it back out to AJ with Erickson guarding him. Waters sets a screen for Kopp. Nothing happens out of it. Gets it off to Shanahan. Stops, drives the lane. Puts it off the glass.
That looked like he just hung in the air there when he got up, didn't he? And just extended it.
13th man still in the game. He'll give it off to Erickson. They're going to dump it down to Guillaume. He'll get an easy lay-in as he came off the screen.
Oh, Dale, I got to go. The Mount Vernon coach just asked if I could go in.
It seems to come to that. Shanahan's going to get a nice wide lane to the hoop with the left. Lays it up and in.
Yeah, it's about time to bring the closers in.
I don't think we're there yet. Kopp with the steal off the 13th man. Throws it off the glass. Going to pick up the foul. He'll go line shoot 2. See if you can catch his name when they announce it. I guess they don't do any announcing here, do they? Now that I think about it, I haven't even heard them say anything over PA.
I don't think they are announcing, are they?
Doesn't sound like
just
it.
The starting lineups.
Yeah. Kopp misses the first, hits the second. 4:08 to go. 54-36 Cardinal lead now. Erickson now on the left wing with AJ guarding. He's going to take off down the lane to the right. Kick it over to Brand. Tries to dump it down to Guillaume. And we have a foul call against Maquoketa. Connor Becker will pick it up as he reached in. It's Connor's first tonight. He's done pretty well at not getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, he has. Especially considering he's guarding Kutcher most of the night.
Yeah, he's done a heck of a job. Guillaume misses the first 2. And his second is also too hard off the rim. Nathan Waters with the rebound. AJ comes wide open. Nobody picks him up, and he just buries the 3 from the right wing off the handoff from Macklin. Macklin now going to pick up foul on the other end as Erickson stopped and tried to set up Brand, who was cutting hard through the lane. Waters and Macklin will depart. That's Macklin Shanahan's 4th personal foul. Nolan Brand will go to the line. Shooting, I believe, be a 1-and-1. Yep, 1-and-1. Hits the first. They'll make it a 20-point game again, 57-37 with 3:28 to go. And second off the back of the rim. There's a scrum. Ehlinger's going to come away with it. AJ's going to have it taken away on the other end by Butterball as he tried to dribble between 2 defenders. Kutcher now with AJ picking him up on defense. Butterball swings it down to the corner, and it's going to roll in for Kragenbrink. .248, Kane Kopp, cross-court pass, left corner, Connor, nothing but net and 3. Clayton Wydell heads to the table to check in, next dead ball. Kutcher working on Connor and Nicholas with the help side defense. And pass is going to go into the backcourt. It wasn't touched by King Kopp, who was outstretched trying to deflect it, but didn't get a hand on it, and it's going to do a turnover to the Cardinals. You know, number 14 for the jersey number 15, but the 14th player, Caleb Keene, has checked in.
Oh, that's a lot of guys.
How many? They got anybody left on that bench down there? I can't see that far down over there. Connor Becker for 3. Boom! Nothing but net. That was a deep one too.
How many points does he have now?
Well, if you give me a second. You know, I'm doing stats the old-fashioned way right now. Kutcher from about 26 feet, no good. And we have a foul over the back call on the Mustangs. I got him for 14 there, Chad.
I thought he had 5 3-pointers.
I got him for 4 of them.
Well, he just hit 2 in a row. I thought he had 3 in the first half.
Yeah. Well, I guess well, no. I don't know. I could be off. I mean, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that.
Oh, here we go. It's all about Dale again.
And we got number 16, number 23, Jalen McNeil, I guess.
Chase Greenwald checking in for the Cardinals.
Cooper Bechtold has checked in for the Mustangs.
Whoa, now we got music.
Well, we got to turn that off. Thank you.
It must be Caden's free throw music.
Yep, that's Caden's intro music. Hey, here comes, as Caden Scott will come to the scorer's table, check in. He'll check in for Caden Atienza, who's shooting the free throws. But you know, he's a baseball player. He's got to have intro music, right?
Cool. Look at bringing the closers in.
That's right. So Chase Greenwald in for the Cardinals. And here comes James Linden throwing the warm-up off. Caden Atienza hits the second. So Alinger and Atienza will depart. Scott and Linden will come in for the Cardinals. And both teams look to be empty in the benches now with a buck 50 left to go in the game. 65-39 Cardinal lead. McNeil kick it back out to Caleb Brand.
There's the other number 34. Are we 16 people deep now?
Oh, we're at least. Kragenbrink with the drive. Linden with the rebound.
Caden Scott.
Misses the
Just
three.
missed.
Wydell with the rebound. Linden inside, too hard. And the Mustangs will clear. Mustangs now get the nice look underneath the number 34. I don't have his name on the score sheet either, but he misses. Rebounded by Clayton. Scott dumps it down to Chase Greenwald, and Chase will go to the free throw line as he's fouled by number 34, and I guess that'd be Alex Deeb for the Mustangs. You know, when I designed these stat sheets, you know, the old school style I'm using, I had it like 17 deep. You know, you never think you see 17 players, but I'm out of lines on the Mustangs. Greenwald knocks down the free throw, and Quentin Hubby will make an appearance for the Cardinals. And sure enough, the Mustangs did have another one over there. Two of them, number 4 and number 20, have come in.
I can't keep up.
Do they have open tryouts this week? They just slap some uniforms on a bunch of kids?
You get a uniform, and you get a uniform, and you get a uniform.
Everybody gets a uniform. Mustangs, meanwhile, missed the three on the other end. Rebounded by Hubby. And Scott thought about pass, thought better of it. In the meantime, he slid his pivot foot and get called for traveling. Now Deeb over to Kragenbrink. Mustangs working it a little bit around, working their offense. 18 seconds to go. 67-39 Cardinal lead. And James Linden will get a rejection. Wydell, he tries to dunk. Misses the dunk, but a good effort. And a long three, and that'll be rebounded by Scott. That'll run things out. Cardinals will come out here with 67-39 win for the #1 team in 3A. And with that being said, where'd my sheet go? I'm looking for my sheet. So big time win for the Cardinals there, Chad, came out and with intensity right off the bat. But
beginning to end there, I think they kind of dominated that game. Started out with a big, 17-3 lead right away, and just never really looked back. Did they ever cut it below?
I think the close they got was like 7 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, after that, I don't think they got within maybe 10-1 to the second half, but that was as close as
double digits the rest of the way.
Yeah, yep.
So with that being said, last Friday, the community of Maquoketa lost an icon. Leighton Hepker was on the air for KMAQ for 44 years and will always be the voice of the Cardinals. He had a distinctive voice that many of us grew up listening to. It was a humbling and an honor for him to handpick me to continue his legacy calling Maquoketa games and also his pet project coaches shows. I am still in awe that I was included in his final season of hosting the Kevin Bowman football show. And as a kid listening to those same shows, they were one of my favorite childhood memories. To be tapped to continue the coaching show tradition will be one of the highlights of my life. And I couldn't think of any way better to pay tribute to one of the greatest broadcasters and frankly human beings I have been fortunate enough to call a friend and a colleague by playing the last coach's show he ever did. Now presented without commercial interruption, here is the Coach Bowman Football Show from October 18th, 2018.
Are your hosts, Leighton Hepker and Dale Scott.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome in.
You are your hosts, Leighton Hepker and Dale Scott.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome in. It's the Coach Kevin Bowman Football Report. Our final get-together with the head coach this season as the Cardinals get ready to wrap up the 2018 campaign tomorrow night at home against the Western Dubuque Bobcats. We'll talk about that game later on. When we come back, we'll review the exciting come-from-behind win over Dubuque-Walnut from last Friday night. Stay with us. Welcome back. I'm Leighton Hepker, along with play-by-play announcer Dale Scott. We're with the head coach Kevin Bowman here on the weekly football report. Cardinals coming off their first win of the season last Friday night, come from behind fashion victory over Dubuque-Walnut. That's much has been accounted for already by now. Down 3 scores at halftime to come back and win. Who would have thought? Or maybe you thought. Did you think?
Well, going into it and breaking down the tape that we do, there was one thing that I thought was a theme with Wallet was that they came out of the gates, they played extremely well in the first quarter, and then in the second half they would wear down. And I started sorting through their players, noticing that their offensive line, defensive line, linebackers were guys that were out on the field quite a bit. They only dressed like 24 kids. I thought that was an advantage that we just needed to weather the storm in the first half, and I thought we would have an advantage in the second half. I'm not a prophet by any means, Leighton, but it was just one of those things where the more you watch tape of them, you notice that they kind of got worn down, but they always played well in the first quarter.
Dale, that was something you picked up on with Chad in the play-by-play. You thought, in fact, you were not surprised at the outcome, that the Cardinals were able to battle back.
No, even when we were down the 3 scores and there was a lot of time left, and I knew we had a chance to at least make a run as long as we played within ourselves, and that's exactly what they did. Two of the biggest turning points that I can think of is right at the end of the first half, that goal line stand we had. That was huge for us to keep it a 3-score difference. And also coming out in the third quarter, Ryan Grunwald went airborne to intercept a pass. I thought was a huge turning point as well.
I definitely agree with you. And I think the story, a lot of people are getting caught up like on the 18-game losing streak and things like that. But it's the fact that this is a group of kids that were down 28 points at one time in the game, and they were 0-7. And typically the teams that come back from a large margin like that are very good teams that are, like you think of Alabama or Cedar Rapids Xavier, or a program that's just had a lot of success for a long period of time. Not an 0-7 team. So all the credit goes to our kids and believing that they could do this. And man, just extremely proud of how hard they played. And at that point where it looked like they were going to come in, Wahlert right before half and put another 7 on us, and we were able to hold that. Very important. And down 42-21 at half. When we come out to warm up in the second half, you would think that it was the other way around, that we were the team that was up by 21. Our kids just really believed in what we were planning and doing, and Ryan had a great interception. You're right. And here we are. We're tied at 48 in the fourth quarter, and this is off of Ryan's interception. We had great field position the entire second half. Special teams played extremely well, and we're driving the ball, and we're inside the 20, and we're in 3rd and 1. And Cannon keeps the ball, gets the first down. Someone strips him of it, and the ball's out, and Wahlert recovers. Well, their next play, they go 15 yards, and then we have an unsportsmanlike penalty. So now it's the yard, but yet our kids rally again. So, I mean, they kept on getting knocked down on the ground, kept on getting up, and very proud of that.
You had to make some adjustments, though, especially defensively. They had a big play combination in their quarterback and receiver, and you had to make some adjustments there.
Well, we did, and I think one of the key things for us was that Ryan did play well defensively for us, and we have to be careful how much we play him. And here's the thing, we try to keep a count, like a pitch count on him, and make sure that he's fresh and ready to go. And offensively, what a factor he was on our bubble game, and it was probably the first time all year that we did a really nice job of blocking for him. And that sets up the second play with it, and that's that Bengals play in which it looks like we're going to fake the bubble, and we send our 2 receivers deep down, and they didn't have an answer to that. Cannon was sitting back there, and he had a choice of which wide receiver that he wanted to pick, throw for 30 yards, that crack. And our offensive line deserves a lot of credit, because in the fourth quarter, when we needed to run the ball, in the final possession, we were able to run the ball, and we got 2 first downs to wear the clock out. And something I've never had happen to me before was that we wanted the clock to tick down, and I figured it was going to be either 3 or 4 seconds left because we wanted to take a timeout with 1 second left. I told our sideline official, I said, I want a timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. He says, no problem. Well, nowadays they use these headsets. And so he's on his headset saying, hey, Maquoketa wants a timeout, and he said that, and the head official called timeout
right away.
And then he goes with 1 second left on the play clock. So I'm like, hey, this has got to be something you guys have got to fix. So instead of having 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock, we now have 6 seconds left. And they said, no, we're not going to do anything about it. Well, so we had to come up with a play then that's going to burn 6 seconds instead of 3 or 4. And we sprinted Cannon out, and I told him to throw the ball as high as he could and make sure it's 5 yards out of bounds. And he did that, and as the ball landed, the clock expired, and quite the celebration on our sideline.
I'm glad you pointed out, because that's something I picked up on too, that they kind of came with, was it 4 seconds left on the play clock?
Correct.
And I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Well, and, a lot of times people don't know what's going on, and that's the thing with what takes place and the lack of communication and things like that. And then the part was that Cannon didn't do a great job of managing that play clock prior to that either. We were snapping the ball with 3 seconds left on it. He's got to get it down to 1, and that's going to come with experience. Here's a kid that's just a sophomore, and even though we do a little bit of work on this at Thursday night practices, wait until you're in the game situation is just a different story. Not everyone can be like Aaron Rodgers and be that calm guy and want to be in that situation and drive his team back to victory with only, a minute and have to go 90 yards, no timeouts. But we're very pleased with his game. One of the things,
I'll come to his defense.
Very pleased with his game.
It's been a while since you've had an individual performance like that Cannon Coakley had.
Oh, and we could spend probably another 15 minutes talking about what he did. But the one that's amazing to me, and Leighton, I saw you at church on Saturday night, and Jack Marlowe, and so for me to get a chance to talk to both of you guys is awesome. But Marlowe can't wait to tell me all the records. So then he has to put this all together. I've got a sheet of paper I'll share with you guys, but one of the ones that just really sticks out to me is he's the first player in the history of Maquoketa football in the 90-some years that we've had it to score a touchdown on a run, to score a touchdown on a pass, and to catch a touchdown pass. So that's just kind of a neat thing. And we had the most yards ever in the history of Maquoketa in a single game, most first downs, second for total points. I think a few years ago when we played Anamosa, we scored 58 or 59, so 55 is second. All this is coming off a group that was 0-7 going into the game. So congratulations, and I know that Cannon just played his heart out, and especially in the second ball back that he fumbled, but he still answered the bell. And just a courageous accomplishment for him and the rest of the kids. It couldn't be any happier though for one guy, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that our seniors have been through quite a tough football career, and then for them, the three of them that stuck it out to get that victory, and especially Zach Gavin, that was awesome to have that moment with them. I'm probably not going to remember the score 10 years from now, but I'll remember getting the chance to hug those guys and talk to them after the game.
What a great win. We'll talk a little bit more about the Wahlert win before we move on to Western Dubuque. But it's break time here on the Kevin Bowman Report, so stay with us. Some coaches would say, okay, victory in hand, we've got another game to prepare for, but I think you thoroughly let the kids enjoy that victory, didn't you, Coach?
Well, remember, the rule is 24 hours to celebrate.
All right.
Yeah, the other part would have been for us is that afterwards I said, hey, reach out to your girlfriends, your parents. We're going to meet them in the green space when we get back to town. And the bus pulled over in the green space, and we got out, and we sang our song again and just had a special moment. And kids really enjoyed it. And then on top of it, Monday's practice was the Alpape Dairy Queen. So we had blizzards on top of it. And Quad City Times was there, and just kind of a neat experience for our kids.
No, you him, but really and legitimate, we could spend the next hour talking about every kid on the team up and down the roster, because every single kid had a contribution that night that got on that field.
Oh, definitely. And think about all the kids who had a role offensively with Isaac Chris's touchdown. And we talked about Ryan. Ryan had some nice hard runs, just doing a nice job there. He threw a touchdown pass on our Clemson play. And something we haven't used since our overtime victory, our playoff victory against Crestwood probably 5-6 years ago. And it became a very popular play last year when Philadelphia used it in the Super Bowl. But it's always been Clemson to us. And one of the kids said after we put it in this year, hey, this is a Philly special. I said, well, yeah, for you guys that just watched football last year, but you got to know the history behind things. And I thought Connor Becker played extremely well for us running the ball. And Liam Onen, what do you have? Another 100-plus yards. And Caden Atenza had 7 catches for us, some crucial ones. And Aaron Bramer with a nice catch on the sideline. He played extremely well on our kickoff team. And a lot of times those kids don't get credit for that. But just across the board, you name it, Taven Rich continuing to build. And this kid is becoming a very good football player. and we're excited about what he's going to look like next year also.
Well, Coach, is there some momentum building here as you head into the season finale tomorrow night against Western Dubuque?
Well, I like to think so. And my comment to the team is you're going to be in an unusual situation, the fact that you don't know how to react to a practice after you've won.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see how you will react. And this was my conversation with them earlier this week. And it's been a good week of practice. They're still riding that wave. But, Western Dubuque is Western Dubuque, and I'm sure we're going to talk about them a little bit later.
Yeah, they still have a glimmer of hope for a postseason berth and come in with a 6-win season already under their belts, one of the top 10 ranked teams in the class. So it'll be a handful, Coach.
And remember, this was a program that was 4A for the last 2 years and I think went 6-3 and 5-4 the last 2 years in 4A. And matter of fact, when I hosted the regional coaches meeting, the Western Dubuque coach told me he wanted to be in 4A, that he was thinking about petitioning if they were going to be a 3A school. He thought it would be easier in 4A. And, they're sitting here with the 2 losses, one of them to North Scott, 7-6. North Scott, I believe, is ranked either 4th or 5th. And then the other loss was to Cedar Rapids Xavier, 35-0. And we all know the Xavier story.
What stands out when you scout the Bobcats?
Well, they have outstanding offensive line, defensive line, linebacker core. Very physical group. They're going to show us a 3-4-4 look with a cover 4. I think that their linebackers, some way, somehow, we're going to have to get them moving, so maybe some motion on our behalf, but I don't want to give out too much information here. But we got to find a way to get their linebackers in an uncomfortable situation. Very nice quarterback. I think he's got a Division I baseball scholarship. Is it Mississippi State, Dale?
Oh, it's actually Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
He's
okay.
a commit.
Yeah, and he's a very nice football player. He can ball. A lot of his passes are a shorter game, though. He's going to try and hit a lot of slip screens with the wide receivers and the running back out of the backfield, which is interesting. Their starting running back, the Bryant kid, got hurt a couple weeks ago, and they replaced him with this Hosh kid, and he's just as good. He's not as elusive, but he's a very good running back. So they have a lot of weapons offensively. They're very well coached, and they've got a great game plan, and they execute it well.
Their defense is tremendous tackling as well too. They keep everything in front of them. It's hard to get behind them.
Yeah, that's the physicality of the group, and I think there's one of their corners that's probably not as good as the others, and we're going to try and pick on him a little bit.
Well, the Cardinals will have their final home game, final game of the season, and you'll honor those 3 seniors, Coach, who have stuck it out through the program, through thick and thin.
Well, it's kind of a good news, bad news situation. It's not going to be very long, right? So with the 3 seniors, we will recognize them and their parents, and so thankful for the time and effort that they put in. And then, eventually, pros and cons of being a high school football coach is that after the season ends, I pick up about 30 hours that I have extra time with. So I know my honeydew list at home is incredible.
That's right.
And
you're behind.
Very much so. But the bad part is I miss all those things that go within the 30 hours, whether it's breaking down tape, uniform stuff, the management of the equipment, or the past, not the last couple of weeks, setting the water sprinkler on the practice field, pulling the hose and getting that running over the weekends and at nights, just so it's a good practice facility for us. But very excited for our seniors to end, and we want to end on a positive note, keep the momentum going.
How is the Goodnow field surface?
Well, I haven't been on it since our Saturday. I've heard that during the 8th grade game that they only played on one side of it. So we're going to go over there today after school and get our walkthrough in and see what it's like. And if it's in real bad shape, we'll probably go out to that north parking lot and practice there. But hopefully it's playable, and I'm guessing it is. I haven't heard, no one's told me that it's not, so we'll move on.
All right, we'll come back. We'll move on with the final segment of the show after this. This being our final show, let's just recap Some of the other programs, Coach, all the football after tomorrow night will be wrapped up, right, at all your levels?
That's correct, Leighton, and we're going to have a freshman game tomorrow night to start at 5 o'clock, and then we're going to recognize the seniors right after that. And I believe the homecoming court is going to be introduced at halftime. After the band is done, we usually add 3 additional minutes, and that's when they're going to recognize the homecoming court, because we didn't get the chance to do that with the rescheduling of the CPU game. I think we had volleyball and band competition going on that Saturday, so not everyone was going to make it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And the freshmen had a nice season for you.
You bet. When they played freshman teams, they played extremely well, and when they were playing against a combination of freshmen and sophomores, it didn't go as well. But I'm excited about the future of Maquoketa football. Really like the combination of our current junior and sophomore class. But here's the thing, they need to go out for other sports. And we want them competing year-round. And if they're not competing, they need to be in the weight room. And that's one of the things I talked to Grant Mickle about this. Loved the progress that Grant's made. He went 6 months without lifting from football season being over until June 1st when summer. Just because of the sports he was involved in, really didn't push it. And I just imagine where he'd be if he would have really lifted during that 6 months. So we also got to get buy-in from our other coaches too, in the program across the board. Physically are going to be better just by getting in twice a week and lifting weights. And if they're not competing in a sport, they need to be in 3 times a week.
I think I'm really excited about next year, because I see the development in those younger kids and how much experience. Some of them have 2 years, full year experience. Some, even a couple have 3. I just can't wait for next year to kick off now. And it's been a while since I've been able to say that about the football program.
Well, yeah, coming in, Dale, I think maybe we've spoiled some people in the community by qualifying for the playoffs 6 out of 7 years. And now it's not as easy to qualify for the playoffs either. And I think I had this conversation with Jack Marlowe that the football program in the last 10 years has more postseason wins than any other program. And you got to remember that we have to qualify to get into the postseason. Everyone else gets into the postseason no matter what. So, sometimes success spoils people, but here's the reality is that this is what we've dealt with. I'm extremely proud of the way our coaching staff has handled the situation. I'm extremely proud of how our kids have handled the situation, and we're going to continue to get better.
Well, that sounds good. Let's continue on a winning track here tomorrow night as the Cardinals wrap up the regular season with hosting Western Dubuque Bobcats. Freshman game at 5, Varsity to follow. Dale and Chad will be on the air about 7:15 with the pregame from the Gooden Outfield press box. Thanks to Kevin for his participation in our show all season long. Thanks to our sponsors for making it possible. For now, that's the Kevin Bowman Football Report.